One of my unique talents is telling stories with words and with data. So I worked in data analytics and a few other data-based types of roles for over 15 years. And I actually really enjoy using data and words to create stories that help explain a concept and solve a problem.
Shawnta Hooks is a keynote speaker and CEO of Mindful Culture Creators.
Let's talk a little bit about you. Like, how did you get into this space? Like, where'd you find the passion? And what are you trying to accomplish with your consultancy?
Authenticity is something that is really important to me. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. As Betsy mentioned, I have a background in accounting and compliance and governance.
She has a very significant corporate background, started as an accountant, and went on to do some transformational leadership work at Synchrony before starting her own organization.
So I'm going to share my belonging crisis and how I turned my workplace experience around through mindfulness and meditation, which gave me the psychological safety to not only be myself, but do what I call honor the pause. That's the power of honoring the pause. Honoring the space between a thought and an action, and using the data gained in that space to influence change in your life that improves your career, your finances, and your relationships. Through mindfulness, I developed the courage to be confident. I launched Mindful Culture Creators with a simple vision: to mitigate the risk of fear in the workplace by teaching people practical ways to honor the pause at work and in life. I was identifying solutions to problems that I did not see solutions before. And so I just started to talk about it. I started to share, how I got into it, share my story, share my father's story. And I started to do it in more larger and larger forums to where I created a community that started with 5 employees and grew within around 12 months, grew to 500 employees. Mindfulness is paying attention on purpose to the present moment with an attitude of non-judgment. Saying that you can't meditate because your mind won't stop wandering and racing is the equivalent of saying that you can't brush your teeth because they're dirty. You brush your teeth because they're dirty. You meditate because the mind races. Now, there are many reasons that we dishonor the pause, right? Distraction, being stuck in autopilot, unsupportive environments, and to be honest, just the sheer discomfort of sitting still, to name a few. However, intentionally honoring the pause through mindfulness and meditation and other stillness-based practices are research-backed strategies to reduce that fear-based thinking score on our magical spreadsheets, thereby improving our quality of life. I was never a meditator. I didn't understand meditation. I didn't really believe in it. But now, I pause at the presence of fear. I get curious about it. I even created a mental strategy and workplace mindfulness practice called Catch, Convert, Create, which has helped me and thousands of others stop fear-based thinking in its track and enter the land of courageous thinking.
What I personally took away from this session is that I have the ability to stop, control my thoughts, and reframe them in a way that best serves me.
The reason that we meditate is because we're human. And to be human is to experience stress and suffering. And so to mitigate that risk, you need some sort of practice to clear your mind, as he's saying, so that your mind is no longer in a state of stress, making important life decisions